Why do some people seem happy even when they have little, while others feel empty despite having everything? A young student once asked his teacher, "Master, what is the real key to happiness?" The master looked at him and smiled gently. "Let me show you something," he said. They walked for a while in silence. Eventually, they arrived at a small farmyard. The master pointed to a line of cages filled with chickens. "Look closely," he said. The student observed the chickens. They had food, water, shelter, and were protected from predators. They looked healthy, well-fed, and safe. "Do these chickens have everything they need?" the master asked. The student nodded. "Yes, master. They are provided with everything." The master continued, "Do you think they are happy?" The student hesitated. He looked again at the chickens sitting quietly in their cages. Something about them felt lifeless. "Even though their needs were met, I don't know," he replied softly. The master turned and began walking again. The student followed. After some time, they reached a wide open field. Chickens ran freely, scratching the earth, chasing one another, flapping their wings with excitement. Now the master said, "Look at these chickens." The student watched the free chickens with curiosity. They had no fences, no one to feed them, no roof to protect them, yet they moved with energy, chasing bugs, pecking the ground, flapping their wings like they were dancing. The master asked, "Do they seem happy to you?" The student nodded slowly. "Yes, they do. But they have to search for food. They have no guaranteed safety," the master said. "I know," the student replied, "but they seem alive." The master looked at him and said, "Exactly. The chickens in the cage have comfort without freedom. These chickens have freedom, even with uncertainty." The student stayed quiet, thinking deeply. The contrast was clear. Safe, but trapped, or free, but exposed. The master placed a hand on his shoulder. "Life gives us both choices. You can stay inside comfort and slowly fade, or step outside, take risks, and truly live." The student walked silently beside the master, still thinking. "So happiness doesn't come from comfort alone?" he asked. The master nodded. "True. Happiness needs freedom. Not just freedom from hunger, but freedom to choose to move to live." The student looked back at the field, the open space, the wind, the wild movements of the birds. It all felt alive. "Most people build cages around themselves," the master said. "Jobs, routines, fears. They feel safe, but not free." The student whispered, "I think I've lived like that, comfortable, but not truly alive." The master smiled. "Then, now you understand. Freedom is not easy. It demands courage, but without it, joy remains out of reach." They continued walking, the sun warming their backs. The student broke the silence. "But what if I fail out there? What if freedom brings pain?" The master stopped and faced him. "Pain is part of life, not the enemy. Fear of pain is the true cage." The student lowered his eyes. "I've always chosen what's safe, never what I truly wanted." The master replied, "Safety can protect your body, but only freedom can feed your spirit." The student looked at the horizon. For the first time, the open world didn't seem so frightening. It seemed possible. The master added, You asked about happiness. It's not something you're given. It's something you grow by daring to live. The student stood in silence, watching the free chickens scatter through the field. Wind brushed his face. The world felt larger now. The master said gently, "There will always be cages, some built by others, some built by ourselves." The student whispered, "But I don't want to live in a cage anymore." The master smiled. "Then step out, even if your feet tremble. Walk, even if your path is uncertain. Move forward." They turned and began walking back, but everything felt different. The same road, yet somehow new. At the edge of the field, the master stopped. "You were not born to be kept. You were born to explore, to fall, to rise, and to find meaning, not in comfort, but in freedom. So now ask yourself, not what makes you safe, but what makes you feel alive. Because in the end, the question is not whether life will challenge you. The real question is, will you be brave enough to answer,